Why hello there, fellow Vikings. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to ASKA. Episode 25, bringing in new Viking warriors. So as you can see above my head, one of the first things that we're going to do this stream is to continue to upgrade the crafting buildings. We had upgraded the crafting hut to the crafting house, the 3rd tier. And what we're trying to do is upgrade all of the crafting buildings so that I have access to all of the craft goods, because they're right now locked behind upgrade tiers. But then I'd also like to start to get warriors training. So we're going to work on both those tasks. I might also add some additional villagers. Right now we have 15. I might bring that up to 18 by like putting one extra bed in each of these current sleeping quarters. It might lower morale a little bit, but probably not enough to be like critical. So, there's 3 people that can be housed in the barracks, and I intend to hire more melee militia. Now, the reason I'm going melee over ranged is, ranged are kind of hard to control in my opinion. If they get locked down in melee combat, they, like, don't do so well. And what I would like to do, besides upgrading the, leatherworker to tier 2, and the loom to tier 2, or the weaver rather to tier 2, is to make a full set of armor for the next warrior, as well as getting a weapon and shield, so that we can hire one out and fill that role. Now the real question is, it seems like nobody in our current group has like actual proficiencies. Oh, did I? Yeah, I muted the music, right? For combat, so I might end up summoning in some extra people as a result. Azarun is the only one that has like melee combat proficiencies to start with, and I think I want to try my hand at like bringing in someone new so that we have a chance to get someone else with a melee proficiency. No one can access the carpentry to move stuff? Did I might have forbid the carpentry. You might be right about that. Whitelisting all villagers. Actually, 2 were whitelisted, but I'll just whitelist them all. Alright, the question is, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer, how much flax do we have in storage? Yeah, basically none. So, before I do really anything else, I'm going to go fetch flax from the lake. Because we need 8 flax for one of the beds, and 25 flax for one of the upgraded facilities that we want to build. So that seems like a good place to start. I'd leave it up to my my woodcutters, but they just don't work as fast as I do. Ooh, you know what? I should have rested while I was in my... You know, I'm going to do that right now. The stamina bonus from the Chieftain's Hut is just, like, too huge to pass up now that I have access to it. Once I've settled some of the most immediate needs, like getting extra warriors trained and the like, I would like to make sure that the workflow production for like metals and the like are settled, because I'm not entirely sure our miner is mining, and then the 2 people working the bloomeries is like standing there doing nothing most of the time. That's a bit of a problem, right? That's not something that I, why is Yaman's remain still here? That's not something I necessarily want to leave unmanaged. But more urgently, I would say, is to get another warrior. And the reason is, the longer they train before the invasion that's in 16 days, the more skill that they will have. So it's more time sensitive than everything else, besides, you know, like erecting walls and the like. Which will come after I settle the other issues. There's a lot of work to be had, in other words, and not a lot of time. It also means that I may not be able to have you guys have as much input as I normally would, because there's just a lot of stuff to do. So I guess there was some thatch. I think maybe it was in transit or something, because thatch is being delivered to... Oh, no, never mind. I'm misinterpreting. That's me picking up thatch. So the other part of this need is going to be for me to get some more Jotun blood and summon in another villager. But we're going to do a full load of... Well, I guess I am already full. Thought I still had room for more. A full load of like 40 thatch, so I don't have to come back very often. I had previously thought about upgrading the farm. Not that it was voted on, but getting the farm upgraded so that it could grow thatch. But given how easy it is just to run for like 1 minute to pick to my heart's content, I don't think it's necessary to grow thatch within the village. Alright, we're nice and full up. That's weird. Where is my axe? I'm not holding it, but it's not in my backpack. It's like it exists in theory. And that's the most I can say. So it looks like the weavery has all but just 7 beams. They did, there's some progress being made. I'm a little worried that carpentry is getting backed up with tasks. So I may need to have a little time to help them out as well. But I think most importantly, it's going to be to summon in the new villagers, and then picking the best of the villagers for patrol duty. And if they don't have proficiencies, then we just decide, okay, they're not proficient, we'll just pick those that are the hardiest or something like that. Eventually, I would like to not have overcrowded longhouses, but I think we're gonna have to make some necessary sacrifices in the sake of time. So 3 new beds. And then we are gonna still need some thatch, because I only have 20 of the 25, so I'm going to need to make another return run, but maybe I'll do it without the cart, because I'm faster on foot. But this is for the leatherworker. Done. Alright, so the Odin tier is top tier. As you can see, there's no upgrades to be made. And do we have... We have 1 blood of Odin somewhere, or Jotun blood, rather. So on my way over to the lake, if I see minables, I will grab some Jotun blood as well. Yeah, the quantum act. Oh, you know what? No, I won't, because I don't have a pick. Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. This time it's just thatch. Then we'll go after the Jotun blood. So almost one of the beds is already done. The other one has had its sticks delivered. I will say the wooden beam supply is going quite fast. Faster than I thought it would be. They're now down, they were at like 7 and now they're down to 2. So they've, like, since I ran back with the thatch cart, they've managed to deliver like 5 beams, which is actually kind of a lot. So maybe I was wrong to worry about that carpentry bottleneck. Which is good, because in that case, I don't necessarily have to worry about doing the carpentry myself. I can make armor for warriors, or weapons, or both. So there is some Jotun blood a little bit further out past the lake here, if I don't see any around the base in order to grab. Oh, there's some over there too, I think. I thought I saw teal. I kind of wish they would, I feel like the shipwreck constantly gets highlighted, but I'm not the one highlighting it. Like, every time I load in, the shipwreck is back on the mini-map or radar ping or whatever. I wonder if that's intended or if it's a bug. Not really sure. Now they're down to 1 beam. Come on. There we go. The upgraded leatherworker is gonna give us access to a lot more armor, same with the weaver, and then the metalworker for like metal tools and the like. So that's gonna be really handy going forward when trying to outfit ourselves with the best stuff. I guess I'll leave 1 torch here. Wow, they're flying through the build backlog. I'm quite surprised. It's faster than I thought they'd be. So to further explain my desire for melee overranged, it's a little tricky to try to tell your villagers like where to fight and where to stand. There isn't really a concept of like melee should be out front, ranged in back, or ranged like perch themselves up in the watchtowers or whatnot. Maybe I'm just bad at it, but regardless, I think it makes the most sense for me to just dedicate all my warriors to at least all the ones that are going to be used in the defense of the oh, are we neither wolves? In the defense of the invasion, dedicated solely for melee. We are near the large cemetery. Okay, I'm fine. Hero, thank you for the sub. And thank you, chat, for running sub-tech support. Not for Hero specifically, but in general. Well, I know I'm going to be summoning 3, so while I'm out here, to save myself the future running, I might as well just grab 15 of the blood. And I am up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have 1 at home, so that's 7, so I need 8 more. Oh, and Dave, you figured it out too. Cheers, I'll drink to that. Well, now you guys are entered into the name pool for the next villager. Maybe you'll be a warrior, defending our fair village from the horror spawns that we are definitely going to see in 16 in-game days. And Dave's resub too. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm quite surprised the amount of work that they managed to do on those two crafting in just one day. That's quite a lot. What am I up to now? I need like 14 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need one more to be able to summon in all 3. Having like smokers surround me, a little freaky. I don't think I like it much. I'm just gonna eat this onion so I have room for the other Jotun blood. Alright, looking good. So this large cemetery is where one of the bosses resides. I've got bigger fish to fry right now, the defense of my entire village. So I'm not going to be like gunning for like optional bosses at the moment. Rather work to defend my homies. I made you get back into Twitch? Well, I'm glad you're enjoying ASKA and V Rising. Me too. I mean, it hasn't been doing all that hot in the polls, but I really enjoyed this game. I like the pace. I like the game mechanics and the game design. It's pretty sweet. It looks like they're out of wooden beams. Copy that. All right, so you guys are going to help me decide what villager I take. So on the left, we've got Athlete and a Shrimpy Woodsman. So a woodcutter that eats more. And then Liam is a craftsman who is a good forager. Or Liam. Sorry, not Liam. So left or center. Have you decided that? While I put everything away. In fact, I would be very happy if I could finish one of the current pending projects. But I don't actually see that we have any long wood. Oh, but there's one right here. Done. See, I'm a proper boss. You come in after everyone else has done 99% of the work, and you arrive and you're like, all right, I built it on my own. Fortunately, I've never had bosses like that, but I can imagine. Alright, there's the Weaver level 2. Now, interestingly, it doesn't change any of the recipes that are on the Weaver directly. What that does is it affects the crafting table's availability. So, in this case, we have the fishing rod, the sturdy fishing rod, and the thick linen gambeson. So this thing offers 160 armor, which is like twice that of the rough helmet. And then if I had crafting level 49, which I do not, we could make the tough leather gambeson, which is even stronger. On top of that, we have shoulder pads. But again, my crafting level isn't high enough. So we have one at 49, another one at 49, different models, fighter and militia. Warrior pauldrons at 75, and guardian pauldrons at 75, and then the heavy cape, which requires the improved leatherworker. But this heavy cape is a lot of cold resistance, and but you need to kill bears to unlock it. All right, you guys want Leon, or Leon, or whatever. And given that he's coming in, let's activate the giveaway timer. I need to set it up on my end because I apparently didn't do that in time. And there it is. And Vet Death Heart and Sorcerer 7. Thank you for the resubs too. Ooh, and pet the dogs and dog treats. Man, everything's happening. Any bags or anything to increase the carry weight of my person? Yeah, it's the cart I built. Bit of a cop out of my answer, possibly, but that's what the cart's for. Oh boy, that is full. Alright, the other thing that I wanted to do is to, as they are spawning in, get them... Oh, what the hell? Hey, bud. I guess... Swiggity swooty. There's some skeletons here to looty. Get a basic set of armor for whoever ends up militia. So I'm summoning 3 people, and the idea that I had was I want at least 2 of them to join as warriors. So what is there to craft? I would like to make the new linen gambesons, especially for myself. So in this case, I need iron plate. Don't I have a spare iron plate? If I recall correctly, I, like, made a spare one accidentally. And, that would save me some trouble. Also, we've got, yes, there's the iron plate, but we've got a broken knife blade, which is for a draw knife, and a broken axe head. So we should repair tools as well, because I don't actually have that automated right now. I do all the crafting myself for the experience. And I think you're starting to... Oh, and there's another knife blade. I think you're starting to see why I do this for myself. The crafting skills, because the amount of crafting skills that you need to unlock the higher tier armor, like 75? Like, that's a lot... Excuse my language. A lot of friggin' crafting. Right? That's a lot of friggin' crafting. So, in that case, you know, it's... I could try to have an NPC grind that out, but, like, that's a lot of grinding as well. So it's probably in my best interest to do the grinding myself, lest I'm at the mercy of, one of the NPCs, like, doing it, which they might not do quickly. Alright, I did get another knife, but I'm not sure... Okay, it's not a skinning knife, it's a draw knife. Got it. That actually might have been the reason for the carpenter bottleneck towards the end of the day, is that my carpenters broke their draw knives and didn't have replacements. So I just put 2 replacements and a replacement axe into storage here as well. Alright, so I do have the iron plate. And let's get everything else we need for the first linen gambeson. And for the record, if you're wondering about my crafting skill, it is sitting at 29, so I'm way off from the 49 marker. So I'm not going to be able to make the, like, really high-tier stuff anytime soon. So, this needs 10 linen and 6 thread. Get that going. And Enthak, thank you for the cheer. You're from Finland? Well, I could tell, Maxu Finn, that you're in for the Viking community. Good luck in the raffle. Oh, there we go. Crafting 30. I'm getting closer. Nowhere close to, like, the 75 level requirement. Oh, too much thread, but whatever. And boom. And this thick linen shirt can be, handed off to the next warrior. It's not, like, ideal armor, but it's certainly cheaper to make the linen stuff over the metal stuff, because the metal stuff requires, you know, like, metal work. Oh, whoa! Okay, my blacksmiths were busy. Holy hell. Okay, yep. I was worried that they weren't working. I worried incorrectly. They ran out of room for blooms, and they were just like, alright, the floor seems good, and just started plopping it on the floor. So to that end, where is ore in bloom storage? Yeah, we're gonna need that. I'll put this here next to the charcoal. Cause, yeah, my little... Whoa! Didn't realize pooping and pregnancy sounded pretty similar. I wish I didn't say that. Oh God. Yeah. We're gonna need more storage, because, like, they absolutely shouldn't just be dumping it on the floor. Iron blooms is one of the most important labor-intensive... God, why? Now it's all pregnancy puns. Damn it. I've given birth to something horrific. Yeah, it's one of the most labor-intensive things to make, and I really wouldn't want my villagers wasting the... Okay! Good lord. Poop outside with the rest of the buffalo. Alright, so we have a lot of blooms. I got way off track. The new villager will arrive in 25 seconds. Let's go ahead and make, like, thick leather set. So I do have my hand-me-down thick linen shirt, so we'll do a thick linen pants. So I need, 10 and 1. Yeah, I feel like my colony I need to start growing prunes or something. Because, the way they sound, it sounds dire. So, Lynn, you are going to be Von Deathheart. So you are Forger, Storm Rider Unease, you don't like storms, Blossom Tender, Wind Rider, and a Craftsman. Clicking on you, you have Gathering and Crafting multipliers. You're not really a warrior, like, at all. Contrary to your name. So, Von Deathheart. Well, the problem is I'm doing our crafting, and crafting is not blacksmith or carpentry. So, quite frankly, I don't really need him crafting. What I could do at this point is to assign him to the farm. Or maybe I'll have him forage. I know it's, like, not sexy, but, like, we'll just passively gather, like, berries and stuff with him foraging out there. Alright, the next Odin. Let's get that queued up, because that takes a minute. Left, we have Ebba. And she is Resilient Surge. So inner strength when health is at the lowest, gets a burst of stamina. And Stormforged, likes to be in storms. And to the center, Bear Power, Heavy Hitter, Heavy Eater, so increased strength. And a Rocker, so proficient in mining, but they eat more than normal villager. Basically, they eat a ton, but he's a beefcake. Say it like it is. Beefcake Rocker. Alright, and then... What is our... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Assigning... Von Deathheart. You are going to also be assigned... So Yaman, you're going to be on the early schedule, and Von Deathheart on the late schedule. Just arbitrarily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, they're all set correctly. Nice. Alright, you guys want Mr. Center. Done. And that gives way to another raffle timer. Which starts now. So the builders and the carpenters can do the rest of the carpentry stuff, but they aren't going to be able to make the nails. I'll make the nails once I have all the other pieces done. The other thing I wanted to check in on is... Well, actually, I just need him to dress like me. Did I make a rough iron helmet for the other warrior? I did. Okay, shoot. That means I owe another rough iron helmet. Which is a considerable amount of, like, labor work. Luckily, I have all the bloom material. I don't have to work the blooms myself. So, taking 10 ore. So I need 2 batches of nails for the building itself. And then I'm... Oh, let's rest for it. Well, I don't really need to rest. This isn't bloom working. 2 batches of nails, and then a helmet is 2 plates, plus extra nails as well. So 4 batches of nails and a plate, which is quite a lot. And then just so that the, God, where, oh, all my charcoal went to storage, didn't it? Or is being currently worked in the bloom. So I'll make the nails first. The other thing I realized is, okay, I could do 4 nails and then I'm gonna need to fill the trough because we're out of water after 4 nails. Because my water container is empty. Ooh, it's getting stormy. Come on. Work that hammer. We have a lot of charcoal, so I'm just gonna leave the forge running while I fill up my water. I should have delivered the nails. Didn't grab them. Oh no! Cook, get back to work! Alright, and then the last one was a plate. And it looks like I'll have 1 more metal after that, so I'll just make another nail. I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna use it. Okay. So we're down to 10 planks, 10 beams. Looks good. Looks like the builders can't find the materials, so the materials will have to be manufactured. We wanted to make a rough iron helmet for the next warrior, so that's 2 linen, 2 linen thread. Oh, I was able... Do I have an extra plate over there or something? No. I must. I'm so confused. Over here it says oh, no. Someone took the plate? No, I'm super confused. A moment ago it said I had 2 out of 2 plates. Now it says I don't. Did they move the plate? Yes. No, that was deposit. I don't know where it went. I'll just make another one. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but I guess it doesn't matter. I could just make more. And then for the rest of the gear that we need, I don't believe it requires metal, unless we start to make the other gambeson, which we will at some point, but I don't, that's not on my short list of things to do. But you can see how fast I go through these blooms. Like having 2 bloom workers and I've basically just burned up their work. Well, not in a negative way. I'm using it in a good way, but still. Alright, and the giveaway timer triggered. So, Maxu, hey, you are, after all, joining. You'll be here in 40 seconds. Send to quenching. And then let's say I'm going to do an axe head because we're going to need another weapon. So you can fish, apparently. We'll check your proficiencies. And nails. Alright, whoever was tending this ended up overfilling. So I'm gonna wait for like 3 seconds to turn the forge off. And Maxu, I'm glad you're happy about the winning raffle. Alright, so taking a look at you. You, athlete, bear power, rocker, summer angler, and stormforged. You're gonna be set on early. And as far as proficiencies go, you're really good at fishing. Like, extremely good. And stone harvest. I'm curious. Do we have... You know what? I am going to put you in charge of stone harvest. I don't know if you have a pick. That's going to be something I figure out later. And then the last villager. So this is rounding up to the full 18. So let's grab the requisite materials in just a moment. Boom, there's the helmet. Talk about the helmet, the shirt, and the pants, which are the more expensive items to craft. Oh, and let's make the axe too while I'm staring at it. And I'm lazy, I'm just gonna like hang it here. They'll put it where it belongs. I also have to rename you, don't I? Okay. Lucky number 18. Ingmar, who sucks at logging and walks in the snow, or Lars, who loves the daylight and is a wildling, so a hunter with a hearty appetite. So have you choose between those two. And taking a look at the longhouses, both longhouses are close enough to 200 that I'm not all that concerned. The cottage, however, oh, apparently the cottage has 2 open spots, not just the one. Good to know. What is our gatherer? Oh, okay, there's his gathering stuff. I was gonna say. So it seems to me like the carpenters really didn't make as much progress today as previous days. Oh my god. They sure were barking, though. Have they just not delivered it? And JD, thank you for the resub. My god. Those numbers are getting up there. Oh yeah, we have lots of iron ore and blooms, so they're filling that back up. Not a lot of stone, so noted. I'll do some of the some of the carpentry myself. So they need planks and beams. And it might be that my woodcutters aren't keeping up with the demand. That's quite likely the case. In a way, it's a good thing. It means that I'm queuing up enough projects to keep them busy. Because idle villagers are villagers that are not contributing. And you guys want the center villager. Copy that. Let's go summon him in. Lars, you're coming in? And he'll be assigned to day because he's a day lover. Alright. New raffle timer is up. So I need to make gloves, boots. Yeah, gloves and boots and like a flimsy shield. So, gloves, 2 linen. I think boots is 1 linen and 2 thread and a leather. If I didn't remember correctly, no big deal. Gloves. Yep. And boots. Okay, so we have a full set of stuff that I'm keeping on my inventory. I think so that I don't have to carry it around with me because that fills my inventory up. I will put it into storage here. Oh, I forgot the cape. Which is, what, 10 and 6? No, 6 and 5. When will I want to start the wall? Maybe in 5 days? Or so? I have a lot of builders, so I have a lot of workforce that can be dedicated to the task. Don't you worry, I won't fail at doing that within a reasonable amount of time. I think having people geared to actually defend the town is, like, in a way more important than the walls themselves. Because without actual soldiers, it doesn't really matter if you have a wall. You're still going to get overrun. Have myself a quick rest, and then I'll get back to work. Thank you for tuning in to ASKA, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Viking warriors.